The upper section is 5 miles long. It's the same length as the middle section. There are 10 major rapids, 2 above the Olympic course, 6 within the course itself, and 2 below the Olympic course. The upper section is considerably more intense than the middle section. Steeper drops, faster rapids, a little more technical, you could say. There are 2 large rapids above the Olympic course. The first one is a class 4 called Mikey's Ledge. It's about a 6-foot drop, followed by Let's Make a Deal and Blue Hole, which is composed of large hydraulics and is a much more powerful rapid than Mikey's Ledge. And then you go into the Olympic course, which is about a 1/4 mile long. Usually takes about 1.5 minutes to get through that section, and we usually take around 50 to 70 paddle strokes through there. The last 3 rapids in the Olympic course are the biggest ones, and that's usually where all the action happens. And then we pull over and have lunch and go run the last 2 rapids on the upper section, which are called Roach, Motel and Edge of the World. The Olympic course is about 2.5 miles downstream from where we put on. Basically, it's a man-altered river course that's constricted from about 100 feet wide to down about 60 feet wide. And the engineers who designed and built the course constricted the riverbed down and cemented boulders into place to create the rapids. We run through that course first and then pull over right afterwards to go have lunch. So you can eat your cookie while you watch people eat it in Godzilla and Humongous. So it's a pretty fun time right there. My favorite section of the Olympic course are the last 2 rapids. They're named Godzilla and Humongous, one right after the other. Godzilla is a steep hydraulic that's wider than the boat is wide, so it has the potential to swallow you up if you don't do it correctly. And then just downstream of that is Humongous, which is a hydraulic that's almost the width of the entire river. And that's a huge challenge. We have to hit those things perfectly straight. And usually if you have an issue in Godzilla, you'll also have an issue in Humongous, which is usually where people come out of the boat. And that's what I would say is the biggest challenge for most people, not only getting through there successfully, but since it's at the end of the Olympic course, most people are exhausted by that point, but that's when you need all of your energy to burn is right there at the very end. I think that the upper is a very dynamic section of the Ocoee. It's much different from the middle section. It's a lot more intense than the middle section. There are less rapids up there. It's a lot less continuous than the middle section. So you do have a little bit more downtime between the rapids, but the ones that are up there are way more interesting. It's definitely worth your while up there.